All right, YouTube. So today we're back at it. Today's going to be a short day, though. Shouldn't be too long. I'm going to be meeting up with a client with a property that she has under contract. It's being built with Mattamy Homes over in Mesquite, Texas. So I am getting ready to go there. As you can see, look at my fit. Oh, some calm, chill. It's cold outside. And, can't forget my phone. Where's my phone at? So as you can hear, I'm still sick, but we're here. Woke up a little late for church, so I got the Sunday service going. Where'd I put my phone at? Phone. All right, I'll cut to when I walk out the house because I need to find my phone. All right. So we're getting this day started. Heading out the house, calm fit. Hello, how are you? Good morning. Happy New Year to you too. All right. Oh. Let's see. All right, so we're going over to it looks like a townhome community, to be honest, but it's not. They called it single families. So we're going to go over there, just check on how things have been looking. She wants to take a look at the house, just to see how it's looking, and she wants me to be there with her, which I think makes perfect sense. So, but yeah, hope everybody's day has been well. Happy Sunday. I don't know when I'm gonna release this video. I'm doing like a whole bunch of editing right now, and I do not know what I'm doing, so bear with me. So if my days are off, just bear with me, please. But yeah, so this lady reached out to me actually March of last year, and we spoke over the phone. And at the time, I think she was working at a consulting company, and I think she was thinking about traveling for work, and she was gonna kind of delay it for a little bit, delay the house search for a little bit, which I thought was fine. I mean, there's nothing I can do. So they delayed it, or she delayed it. I don't think she ended up going to the overseas for her work. I think she ended up staying, and then she had reached out to me probably like a week before Christmas, a week or 2 weeks before Christmas, saying that she was interested in getting a home now, and that she's in the market, and that she was actually working with another realtor at the time. So I think there was a home that she already home that they were already going to be touring, like in South Dallas, like that Red Oak area. But honestly, even though the houses are nice and cheap down there, I don't think it's a good investment, because nobody's really just moving down to Red Oak, Texas. I mean, there has to be a specific reason why you're living in southern part of Dallas rather than the northern part of Dallas. Even North Fort Worth. I'd rather you live in North Fort Worth than south of Dallas. So she was actually working with a realtor, and it was a Zillow realtor, and she didn't really, I don't think they really vibed with each other. And that's the thing with choosing a real estate agent. At least with the time that I've been an agent, one of the things that I've really noticed is that the best type of relationships are when there's mutual trust between the two parties. Because if you have a client that does not trust you, they're going to question every single thing that you do or that you present or anything like that. And then on top of that, they're going to compare other people's experiences to their experience. And the thing about real estate is that every transaction is going to be different. There's no two transactions that are going to be the same unless you're doing new construction. And even new construction, one builder could be offering you appliances, and then another one could not be offering you appliances. And it could be the same builder in two different time frames. So it's just like, you can't really just judge off of somebody else's experience. You really have to look at where we're at currently right now, what the market looks like, and kind of go from there. I've had a couple of situations where people will say, my friend got this deal with the same builder, But just like, oh yeah, well they bought in 2019 when the market wasn't crazy. Of course, they got that type of incentive. But where we're at right now, maybe they don't get that incentive. And then having to paint that picture to clients and having them to trust you that they're giving you the best advice is key. So anytime I'm talking to somebody, anytime I want to be somebody's realtor, my ultimate thing is, all right, it's just, you have to trust me. It's not that you have to trust me. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say the paramount of a good relationship with your realtor, and that I'd like to have with my client, is one based on trust. If we have a good trusting relationship, then I think it'll go well. But it also comes at a risk to them because they don't know you either, unless they've been following you on Instagram or following you on YouTube. And then from there, they kind of get a feel to know you. I think that's the good thing with YouTube and being able to kind of walk through experiences, that people grow a trust with you. They see how you do. They see how you communicate. They see how you handle situations, how you greet people. These are all the different things that I think play a part into somebody knowing, liking, and trusting you, because people aren't going to do business with you if they don't know, like, and trust you. So yeah, that's part of why I did the YouTube thing in general too, is because I feel like there's always room to improve. There's always room to meet new people. And that's how I see this whole YouTube thing. I hate doing this. I hate bringing up a camera in my face and, people are looking at me while I'm walking and stuff like that, while I'm driving. But just like, when you look at the risk versus the reward, you can't really put too much on what other people think of you or other people's opinions. You got to think about, all right, what's your goal, what you want to do, and how you're going to get there. If I want to reach 1,000 people on YouTube and have 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year, I got to put in the work in order to get that. And the same goes for any other industry, any other profession. You got to be able to kind of block out the noise and focus on exactly what you want to do. I'm gonna look up the address because Iron Horse Mesquite. So we're 18 minutes away. I'll be there by 12:50. That's perfect. 10 minutes before, so I can kind of walk around and get used to the area. But yeah, so with any goals that you have, anything that you want to accomplish, especially this year, block out the noise and just focus on your goals. Break the goals up into increments. I think one of the videos I'm going to do probably this year, probably soon, is my goals for this year. So I'm going to talk about how I broke them up and how I plan on accomplishing them, and then we go from there. What was I going to say? I was going to say something earlier too. Yeah, I think with goals, you always have to have goals. I just now got my parents I just had my parents getting on their goals and writing down goals for the year. They still didn't do it this year. I don't think they did it this year. But I think you need to have something that you could aim for and achieve, and gives you kind of almost like a North Star, so that you can kind of focus on something and focus all your efforts towards it. So even though my parents didn't do it, I had some of the agents at the office do it as well too. So some of the agents had goals of making $100,000 this year. Some of the agents had goals of making $200,000. Some of them had goals of just making $50,000, which is perfectly fine as well too. It's all about what you're able to commit to. As long as you are aiming towards something and it's a little bit higher than the previous, I think that's a good thing. And you don't want to be too high to where it's unattainable and you end up, thinking down on yourself. You want something that's a little bit higher than where you at before, and then and something that you can achieve that's reasonable, so that you can help build that, what's the word? Serotonin? Is it serotonin? The feeling of accomplishing something. So like last year, my goal was to hit 3 million in sales last year. Now, last year was when I was doing my full-time job as an engineer, or program manager, and then I was also doing real estate on the side too. So it was really a tough year, because a lot of the sales that I had were based on the previous market. So they were either new construction and they had homes being built. But I don't think I had like actually I lied. I had 3 new clients last year, and 3 new clients that ended up contracting on something last year. But all the other sales that I had were work from the previous year. And so, yeah, last year was a little bit tough, but this year looks a lot better. But going back to my goals for last year, yeah, so my goals were $3 million in sales, and I almost didn't hit it. I had one last transaction that the guy ended up backing out, because he backed out because the build was the whole transaction was trash. So we had a lady, man, this lady, like every sales consultant is very cut differently, and this lady had a issue with us the minute we walked in the building. Now, I think my client and the lady had a whole bunch of confrontation, in the first week, or the first interaction they had wasn't good. Because I guess he had already reached out to the sales consultant and tried inquiring about pricing, and she sent him pricing, but the pricing was different from what was on the website. Actually, I'll go over it in another day. I'll talk about that another day. The topic I want to stick on is the goals. So I had a transaction that fell through, and then I had another transaction that I was supposed to be closing in February. And that transaction was about to fall through because of the financing. So we were looking at the situation. So the situation was, I have a guy who was moving from Odessa, and he's trying to buy this house that's $430,000 over in Harlan, Texas. Now, at the time that we contracted, the sales consultant told us that, hey, that we should have these incentives by the time they close, that whoop-de-whoop. I think at the time they were giving him like a low interest rate, and they were giving him money towards closing. But at the time that we were getting towards like closing, like early December, I was telling him like, hey, this is the time to start kind of working on your financing, because we were supposed to be closing like late January, early February. And so I was telling him, okay, yeah, now's the time to at least start talking to the financing and see how things going. And so when financing ran the numbers, he was like, oh no, I cannot do this. Like, I don't have any money, da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh wow, this is not good right now. So we start chatting, and he's like, yeah, he's talking to the financing lady. She's saying there's nothing she can do. You have to talk to the sales consultant. And so there was a whole bunch of negotiation that happened back and forth between us and the builder. So they ended up giving him the max amount they can give. So for those that don't know, if you're doing FHA loan, the max a seller can give you is 6%. So that's 6% of the sales price. And then the max on conventional, if you're doing 5% down, is 3%. So I think he was doing FHA. So he got the max, like 6%, like 22,000. I don't know my math. My math might be wrong. And so he ended up getting that. But his main concern was his monthly payment, because he didn't want to go above a certain amount. And you know how these builders are, their promotions, they come and go. Like, especially if you're closing end of the year, they're going to throw a lot of bonuses to make sure those metrics are hit. So there was a lot of uncertainty on what the incentives would look like in the beginning of the year, which is when he was supposed to be closing. And so I was telling him, well, you know what? Does it make sense for us to try and close earlier? Like, would that be an issue for you? And he was like, yeah, because I still have to pay rent where I'm at in Odessa. And then we also factor that into the negotiations. And then what did we end up doing? So yeah, he agreed. And so I want to say the builder like ended up giving him a reduced rate. They gave him a great rate. They gave him a lot of money, like almost like $30,000. And then from there, we were able to close like 2 days from the end of the year on the 28th. We closed while he was in Nigeria. He was in Nigeria, so we had to do the whole power of attorney. I had to do the final inspection. Bro, it was crazy. It's a transaction that I never want to repeat, only because it was very sticky situations that I did not like to be a part of. But all that to say that we ended up hitting our goal of $3 million in sales for the year, and everything looked good, and that was like an accomplishment. I didn't celebrate it. I don't feel like there's nothing worth celebrating because the job's not finished. This year, I won't say my goal yet, actually. I'm gonna wait till the next video. We're gonna talk about goals on the next video, and then we go from there. But yeah, I'm still on the way there. I'm probably like 10 minutes away. I'll be there a little bit early, so I'll be able to record the house, record the community while I'm there, and then I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace. G21 make you leg one, cause Pluto is active. So I took her to my room and I started the banner, la baisse, the banner. Alright, so these are the communities that we're looking at. To the bend down, to the All right, so we're here at Mattamy Homes over in Mesquite, Iron Horse Village. They kind of have like a townhome feel, but I think they're classified as single-family homes. I'm gonna go inside, and then we're gonna check on the progress. like at least like 5 feet deep. Alright, that's a restroom. This looks good though. It's the master. Okie dokie.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it looks good. Same incentives for the last couple?
Up to 6%. Yeah.
Okay.
If they do FHA. You got somebody else for me?
I'm trying.
Bring 'em
I
on.
have one girl, but she was talking about summertime. But
No,
if
we'll
I
be
can,
gone by then.
yeah. So I'm trying to see if she can move up a little bit to like maybe April.
Yeah. 'Cause
And-
these are March, April.
Okay.
The last ones.
20,000. How much is Matisse is at 3,000? So with the others, that would put them around like maybe 3.2 a month.
Interest has been going down. And
Yeah.
depends on how much they use to buy it down, how much they use for their closing costs. So
Yeah.
just get them to apply, and then they can play around with the numbers with the lender.
Okay. Okay. How many left? You said
3.
3.
Only 3, David.
All right. I'll let them know.
Yeah, you probably will not be able to get in today because they're doing bricking. So the builder doesn't really want anybody going under the scaffolding.
Yeah. Okay.
Just letting you know until the bricks are done.
Okay. All right. If anything, we'll just kind of walk around
Yeah.
with it.
It's coming along now.
Yeah.
I love Matisse, by the way. She's super sweet.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's very nice. Yeah, she's very nice. All right. You have a good one.
Take care. Have a good weekend.
All right. You too. All right, so Matisse just texted me that she's here, and we're gonna walk over there right now. Ugh. Why does my car do that every time? It keeps doing this. Incorrect car ID. I gotta do this. So weird. Hello, hello. What's going on?
I'll show my friend the model home real quick.
Okay. All right, I'll be over there.
Okay, cool.
All right. All right, so she came with a friend. She's gonna be looking at a model home, at the model home. All right, so we're here. So they are going to be starting bricking here soon. I'm sure I'm not supposed to be here, but let's see. 22. Got these. Talk to So we probably can't go inside, but so let me show y'all. So these are some of the residences that have already been built. Ooh. And then this is gonna be her. Oh, I can't see anything there. This is gonna be, why am my thing doing that? So yeah, this is gonna be the home. And then these are the others that are going in. So let me try and walk through before. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, they got the bricks here. So the bricks are about to go up. They're not bricking yet. So I say, let's just get in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This looks good. Yeah, so this looks like the washer and dryer. This looks like the tub. Gonna go up the stairs. So this is actually gonna be a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So this is gonna be the living room. Kitchen right here, facing this way. You're gonna have a fridge over here. Tell by the refrigeration line. Where else? Oven right here. Get some fume hood microwave up here. Yeah, you got some nice windows here too. So you have lighting in the kitchen. That's gonna be your closet space or your pantry. Why I keep saying closet? I said that yesterday too. This is, what is this? Toilet? No, that's not a toilet. Yeah, that's toilet. Yeah, toilet. Big old living room. And then you have upstairs. That's where the rooms are gonna be. Yeah, so this looks good. This looks real good. This looks really good. So this is, looks like a foyer type area. Not foyer, but I'd probably put this as like a study. Because I don't think it's a room. It wouldn't, that's too close to be a room. So kind of like maybe an office space you could put here. And then this one is probably going to be your washer and dryer. I thought I seen that downstairs though. Huh. Yeah, washer and dryer. Yeah, because that's a dryer vent. That's interesting. All right, this is for showroom. Maybe the master. Double vanity sinks. Stand-in shower, big stand-in shower. Yeah, it's gonna be real high. The toilet, and then your closet. You got a big closet. So maybe that other one is wrong. Oh, that's the first stairs. Counted as the room. The floor plan. Let's see. Try the downstairs ones. Yeah, downstairs. There we go. So the downstairs. Here's the second room. The second room is going to be down here. And so that's why they have the vanity, double vanity. Yeah. Sink here. Toilet. Yeah, toilet. And then shower. Yeah, this one looks good. I was a little bit scared at first because it didn't look like all the rooms was there, but it looks good. Yeah, it looks real good. And then we're in the garage right now.
Okay.
What's up, girl?
Welcome to my home.
Can you go this way? Oh yeah, you can probably come this way.
I came around this way yesterday. You need help?
What's up? How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited.
That's good.
Hi.
Hey, how are you, David?
Tia.
Tia, nice to meet you.
Yeah, I came here yesterday too.
Oh, really? All right.
So excited.
I'm about to say you're definitely not excited. But the house looks good. I was kind of like just walking around and like seeing where everything's going to be. So yeah, this is going to be one room.
Yeah, my sister's gonna be down here.
Oh, sister down here? Yeah.
Yeah, everything is like.
Yeah. So you got to use a little bit of imagination. All these things you see are like just walls. Just think of them as like walls. So tub here, toilet right here, vanity sink right here, closet. Yeah, it looks good. Your closet's big.
Huge.
Yeah,
I was
huge.
thinking I could love to make it into like another room one day, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, even
Because the loft area is huge.
yeah, I seen the loft area too. I was like, this is not a room. This is a loft.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go.
Keep the closet big.
Yeah, you gotta have room. Mm-hmm. All right, so we just finished up the walkthrough. Great clients. we laughed for a good minute, but she's so excited about this house. It's like a great feeling knowing that I helped her do that. So yeah, her house is gonna be done March. These are the builds here, so this is gonna be her street, and she's very excited. Like she said she's been here like almost every weekend. She brought a tape measure out earlier yesterday, just to make sure like her couch would fit. Nah, it's very funny, but it's also like a great feeling as well too, just to be. Sorry, I got dirt on my shoe. Just to be part of that whole excitement as well too. But man, her friend came as well too and told me like a horror story on like she had a custom builder, or I guess somebody was building the home, I guess custom, and her previous realtor found it for her, and it was just issues after issues. The closing date got pushed out by 6 months. What else happened? She's saying like right now, like the floor be separating, the ceiling collapsed, so many different things happened. All right. All right. So one of the So one of the realtors that reached out to me to call me, one of the newer realtors in a brokerage. So he's actually going to be joining me in a Dallas area. I'm trying to find my house so I can navigate home. But yeah, he's a new agent, so he's calling me. So I'm probably gonna end up taking that call whenever he calls. Actually. Hey, what's going on, man?
David, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, and yourself?
Doing good, doing good.
What's going on?
Because I'm trying to come up with like the schedule to follow, just to make sure to best effectively make use of my time, especially with the job. I was trying to see what you'll advise on that.
A schedule, like what's your schedule look like now?
So currently, I know my schedule because I believe starting tomorrow, my schedule goes from 7:30 a.m. to about 3:30. Yeah, 7 to 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be working that for a little bit. So I'm trying to just make sure, because I know with that 7 to 3, I'm trying to see whenever we take our lunch, just so it's like, okay, if I have like a quick hour just to see if I can make calls.
Okay.
And then also if like possibly after that 3 o'clock, even if it's like for another hour, to also doing calls around then.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea at all. I mean, I feel like the best schedule is just something that you're able to commit to for a good amount of time. Because, I mean, and then one thing I also recommended to a lot of the other agents as well, too, is pick something that is reasonable to you. Because, like, let's say you did, like, calling right after work. Like, you may need to decompress after work. Maybe you want to go and eat or something like that. Make sure you just factor those in so that you have a consistent schedule that you're able to keep up with. Because you don't want to set a schedule where it looks good, it looks very productive, but it's also not reality as well, too.
Yeah, definitely understand that.
Yeah. So, I mean, with you ending work at 3, you said 3:30, I mean, you can still make calls during the day. It's still something that you can do. So what you specifically need help with? Because if you're going to be calling then at like 3, I can see you calling at 3:30, maybe do it for an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on how long you want to do it. I think that should work. And then you also got to make time for content, so you can do that at night if that makes sense for you too.
Yeah, because even with the content, I'm trying to think where I should focus on, because I know you're doing more like, because I do want to follow a lot of the material you're doing, especially knowing that it's like you're informing people on new constructions, all these first-time homeowner buyer programs and everything. And I want to go that route, since I know a lot of people will somewhat want to utilize that.
Right.
And also kind of letting a lot of potential clientele know that it's like, okay, on top of me doing like standard home, I could also do new construction as well, because I do want to focus kind of on the new construction, but I just didn't know how to exactly get that started.
Yeah. I feel like with new construction, all you need to do is just go to the new construction facilities that you want to. Really, I should have brought you along yesterday when I was doing content, because I went to 2 new construction communities and did some content. So probably next Saturday, we could schedule for you to come with me while I go to another community while I record content, and then we can kind of do something together. And then you can kind of like hear the questions that I ask and kind of understand what new construction is all about. New construction is good because you're basically playing like matchmaker with your clients. So your clients will tell you, hey, these are my requirements and these are the things that I want. and then you have to find the builder that can do that for them. So a lot of times, especially in Dallas, location is probably the biggest constraint, because most of the new construction homes are on the outskirts of Dallas. So that's going to be the main thing that you'll have to kind of work with them on and see how flexible they are. And if they're not flexible, you have to like kind of find different ways to find homes that fit them and what they're looking for. But I think the main thing, the first thing is just going over to the new construction communities, talking to them, shaking people's hands and saying, hey, I'm a new realtor. Just want to see what y'all have to offer. And then they kind of have their own spiel that they'll give most buyers. So they'll just do the same thing with you as well too. And just say, hey, we have, like the people yesterday, they were Shattuck Homes out in Fate, Texas. Their price ranges go from like $430 all the way to like $560. Their school district is an A-rated school district, and they're probably like 35 minutes away from downtown Dallas. So if I ever have like a client who could fit that parameter, then I would send them over there. And then I also know that they do some custom, some inventory. I know that they're offering $20,000 in incentives. So, and then on top of that too, I've also met the sales consultant. So we have like a little relationship with there. So it's not like we haven't done a deal yet to where, he's going to give me any special favor or anything like that. But, it starts from somewhere. And it starts with the handshake, meeting them and saying hello, let them know who you are, and then eventually sending clients over to them. So, yeah, that's how I'd probably start off, and just talking about the different communities that are in the area, and then you go from there.
Okay, and because I believe I saw that story you posted, and was that I think Rockwall community?
Yeah, Rockwall ISD, yep.
Okay, because my parents are actually in Rowlett, and we're just like a stone hop away from Rockwall, so I kind of know the area. Even my old broker, she was around that Fate area.
Okay, yep.
So like I'm kind of versed in that area.
Yeah.
And even because I know Rowlett, they have a bunch of new communities that are being built.
Yeah.
So especially even knowing with that, then because you're saying meet with the sales consultant, so most of these new communities, I know with all the sales consultants, those are the ones that are normally on site. So if it's just they're trying to get something that's pre-built or one of their not a portfolio, but I know most of these communities have maybe about like 6 or 7 houses you could really pick out of.
Yeah, so the sales consultant is basically going to be the person that's at the model home that's there to sell the house to your client. Now, whenever I go there with clients, I usually let the sales consultant do their thing and kind of go through their spiel, and every builder is a little bit different. So that's one thing that you're going to learn as well too, is that there are going to be some builders that'll build just inventory homes like Centex, D.R. Horton, who are going to build whatever they want, and you just pick from there. The good thing about those type of builders are they are more affordable. But when you look at places like Shattuck Homes, places like Grand Homes, places like even Pulte, where you have like a design studio, you can pick out the designs. Those builders are a little bit different. So yeah, I think the first thing, since you're already talking about Rowlett, I'll say just start off with Rowlett and just look at, you don't even need MLS access. Just look at what new builders are in Rowlett and just go over there and just talk to them and ask questions. Try and put yourself in a position of a client and learn a little bit more information about the community and what's coming there. You probably know what's coming there. If you do, just talk about that on social media. And one thing I'd also say too is that since you're really familiar with the Rowlett community, try and come up with like a client profile. Like, who's the typical person? What type of person would be moving to Rowlett? What are they interested in? What is their demographic? What age they are? Where they are in life? Try and think of like those different situations when you're making your content, because you're talking to somebody and you never know. I mean, even though it seems like you're talking to one person, you're talking to thousands of other people. When I made my video about, I made a video recently. Actually, I think my 2 recent videos on the Dallas-Fort Worth market were it was really talking to one client, but it resonated with so many different people to where it got a lot of traction and people were reaching out saying they wanted me to help them or do one thing or the other. So that's what that would be my advice to you, is just to have that type of mindset whenever you're making content. Just think of, like, let's say you're talking to your, I think you said you had family in Rowlett that wanted to sell their house, right, or buy.
Yes.
Yeah. So talk to them, like how you talk to them might be a little bit more not professional. Maybe not, the voice not professional. It may be a little bit more filtered. You may, like, I don't know how you are, but the way I talk to some of my clients is a little bit more like laid back, and I kind of let them decide. The way I talk in my social media videos are a lot more direct. Like, hey, this is where we're at right now. Like, this is no bullshit, no, like, whatever. This is, all right, this is where we're at in the market. If you're somebody who wants to buy a house, now's the time to be looking. Boom. But like, whenever I'm working with my clients, I'm a lot more laid back, and I kind of let them decide, because I don't want to pressure them on, buying the house. It's something a decision that they're going to have to make for themselves. So that's what I would do, like in your scenario as well too, is just talk to that specific client, your specific family member. And how would you talk to them if you had no filter? And no filter as in like cursing or anything like that, but you're not what's the word I'm looking for? You're not
just not as professional, kind of a more relaxed conversation.
Yeah, more of a relaxed, truthful, honest conversation. There we go. Yeah, just being like a lot more truthful and honest, because a lot of times we as agents, we want to earn the business. Well, it's your family, so they're probably going to go with you. But like, if you're dealing with a stranger, a lot of time agents want to kind of not tell the whole truth, or kind of like not tell the whole truth, or like soften the truth to try and earn their business. But I think the best way to do it is just say, hey, this is where we're at right now. Now, there's certain ways you can go around it, but as far as like the market, this is where we're at. And you can just kind of like paint it that way on social media, and then kind of see how it does. It's going to take some experimenting. A lot of my videos are experiments. Like, even like the video that did well on Instagram, that was just me trying things out. So now that I know that resonates with a lot of people, that's the content that I put out now. That's more informational, educational content. But before then, I was just doing house tours like everybody else. So that's one of the things that you're gonna kind of have to learn. The main thing is just starting. You got to start. Like, you're thinking about it and saying, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? That's just wasting days. We're already 6-7 days in. It's like, yeah. So it's like you just gotta go, just gotta post, and then start learning from there. Because the more you start thinking about it, you're gonna start having analysis paralysis, and you're not gonna make a move. But when you stop thinking about it and you just, all right, let me just post it. I think this is good. You can probably send it over to me. I'll let you know what I think. And I'll kind of like, I usually like, because I had one girl who reached out to me too, where she started posting too. I don't know if you follow her, Sold by Shola. She's in
Yes.
You seen it? You seen her in the brokerage?
Yeah, I seen her in the brokerage chat.
Yeah, so she's in the same position as you, where, well, she actually got her license last year, and she's just now putting out content. So it's just like, yeah, whenever you're stuck thinking about things and you're trying to evaluate, I understand, like, wanting to make sure everything looks good before you start, but sometimes you just got to start and get the ball rolling. And then once you get it rolling, you'll see a little bit of traction, but the main thing is just keep going, keep posting, keep getting out there, and then you start to learn a little bit more. You're not going to learn everything on the first day. Like, even today, I'm still learning new things. So it's like, yeah, you just got to start. Just start.
Okay. And then, cause man, I was really hoping to catch that content making thing that you hosted. Cause even now with the content, I'm trying to think exactly like which base I should meet off to, because I know I do want to meet with like the first time home buyers, since I know it's going to be like, okay, the same way it's a learning experience for me, I'm kind of teaching someone in the same steps. Then because now with the focus being on the content, especially trying to get out there at least, now with the new should you say I should, because now even when I look at that, I mean, I do want to give advice, but I do feel like a lot of the content would be better if it's like, okay, I kind of fill in some home tours, but then how do I go from doing the home tours to like actually being able to like post that? Because I know you said like at least have a few meetings with some of these communities before it's like, hey, or can I actually put that I'm like I don't believe we could do that. Like, hey, we're a realtor for a certain community home.
No. So you're not. So you can post whatever you want on your Instagram, and you don't really need I don't know if you don't really need permission to record at the sales office, because at the end of the day, I mean, there may be maybe 1 out of 100 builders that may say we don't want you to record or anything like that. I don't think any builders are going to do that, because at the end of the day, you're a realtor and you're promoting this property, this community to your client base. And so when you look at your followers as your client base. These are people that you're going to be nurturing. You're going to be feeding them information, and eventually you want them to work with you as a realtor because of all the valuable content that you put out there. Now, when it comes to going to these new communities, you don't even have to like say hello to the sales consultant or anything like that. You can walk in there and record content and just post it on social media if that's what you want to do. The reason why I said to network with those people is because you're going to meet those people later on in your real estate journey. Because there's a couple of sales consultants that I work with that I'll meet them 2 years ago and I end up running to them again today. Or yeah, so or I even have a situation where there's a guy over in Centex Arbordale. His name is Mark Elfenbein. He owns like a sports radio station here in Dallas. I've probably sent him like probably 5-6 different clients who are all interested in that type of community. So it's like these people, once you start getting clients, you'll end up running into these people multiple times. So when I say like go out there and just introduce yourself, it's really just to establish that network. Like, hey, you remember me? I came over like 3 months ago and we had a conversation. And more times than not, they'll remember you. And if they don't, it's okay. But it's just you going out there and networking and meeting people, because this whole real estate game is all about meeting people, networking. It's all about who you know, truly and truly. Because all the type of people that you know are the people that are going to do business with you. The people that do business with you are the people that know, like, and trust you. So that's what you need to be focused on whenever you're doing content, whenever you're out meeting people. Even today, I just left a walkthrough with a client right now. So this girl, she reached out to me on Instagram back in March of last year. And then around November, December of last year, she reached out to me again saying that she's in the market, but at the time she was working with a realtor from Zillow. And so I ended up talking to her, ended up getting her to work with me instead. And then we went under contract on a house maybe 2 weeks ago. House is maybe $362,000 in Mesquite, Texas. And so she's so excited about that house. We were at the house today probably for about an hour just chatting it up. And she had brought her friend with her as well too. Now her friend had already bought a house 2-3 years ago, and she had a bad experience. Like, she was telling us that the roof was leaking when she moved into the house. So basically, like in the attic there's the AC is up there, and so the AC was leaking, and the AC leaked through the roof, and there was a big bubble in the roof. And so and so she had called the builder. I think it was a custom builder or whatever, And so she had called the builder, and it was like the builder didn't send anybody over there. And she ended up calling the contractor, and the contractor went up there and said, oh, wow, like the AC's leaking. Like, this is bad. You need to call the builder. The builder didn't do anything about it. She was also saying that the floors had separated, almost like giving it was like a real horror story for a new construction home. And it's like, that's not what people are supposed to be going through when you go for new construction. Usually when you go for new construction, it's so you don't have to deal with those issues, but she's dealing with those issues right now. And so while I'm there and I'm talking to them and we're laughing and joking, because my client, she's so excited about the house. She's been there like 4 times since we went on a contract. So she's very excited about the house, and she's already telling her friend about me and how much of a help I've been to her. And so that goes to say about the know, like, and trust. So eventually, when the friend wants to go and buy a house from me, or wants to go and buy a house, she thinks of me, because now,
Exactly.
She knows me. We talked for about an hour. We're joking around. She likes me. I don't know if she likes me or not, but I'm hoping she likes me based off the conversation we had today, and then based off of the experience with my client, she probably trusts me. So those are the 3 elements that she'll need in order to do business with me. Now, do I know she's going to do that? No, but it's part of me going out there. I didn't know that friend was going to show up. It was just me kind of just being of service to my client, because she wanted to do kind of a midway walkthrough of the house just to see how things are going. So it's just going to it's just those type of situations where you just have to be present, just be there for your client, and things will just start to just fall into place. Whereas, next, 3-4 months from now, maybe a year from now, maybe 2 years from now, that person's going to reach out and say, oh, hey, this is such and such. I met you with your client, Matisse. Do you remember me? I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. How are you? So, oh, I'm doing good. I want to sell my house. I want to go buy another house. That's right there, client. So just like those are the type of situations that you're going to have to put yourself in. And it all starts with just being out there, promoting yourself on Instagram, promoting yourself out in the streets, meeting people, networking, because you never know who you're going to meet, and you never know who the next deal is going to be from. And it's really a game of like whoever you know, like it's real in real estate.
Okay, and because even those steps, I know that's even like the biggest hurdle that I know I keep putting in my head right now is like, going out there, getting started.
Yeah.
And then, okay, because I know, so another thing, being that it's part-time, I know I'm going to predominantly use Saturday to try to call clients in the morning and not trying to set up appointments. Then what hours between Saturdays would you say would be best for that? Because I do know in the group, I believe your mom posted that we're going to start Saturday meetings again.
Yeah. So the good thing about being a real estate agent is that you kind of determine your own schedule until you start having clients, because now you're on your client schedule. But on Saturdays, just kind of come up. So Saturdays we usually have meetings at 10:30 a.m. So
Okay.
yeah, so we'll start in the morning, and then during the afternoon you should be out either showing the house to clients, or getting content, or meeting somebody new, or making calls. That's how your Saturday should be. So however you decide to do it, you can kind of pick whichever you want to do. Look, just now, the post I posted on my Instagram story just now, somebody had just reached out to me and said, which area is this and how much? We capped me at 350, correct? Which area is this? We capped me at 350. Okay, so that's a client that I'm currently working with now, who's a lead right now, and I don't know if she's gonna go with me or not, but by me posting content and showing that I'm out there shows that I'm busy and I'm still out there producing content. So those are stuff that you should be doing. Just wanted to point that out because I just got that text like just right now. But for your Saturdays, it just comes down to however you want to do it. It's up to you on how you want to run your business, but it should just be productive. Just make sure that you're producing and you're doing lead generated activities. So whether you're on the phone making calls or whether you're out there posting content for social media, go back to that goal setting plan that we put together and look at what you need to be doing on a weekly basis. And you got to think about how you're going to get those leads on a weekly basis. So if you need to get two leads a week, what things are you doing to get 2 leads a week? And that's what you need to think about. So that whole schedule thing should help you kind of formulate everything you need to do throughout your week and through the weekend. So if you have your full-time job and you can't do everything during the week, all right, that means you need to be doing something during the weekends, and you didn't make up for that time during the weekends. So yeah, just pick something and just do it. So if it's calling, start calling next weekend. If it's showing houses and doing house tours, start it next weekend.
Okay, because I know I was gonna start. Because even like during the week, I wanted to even say starting tomorrow. Like right as I get off, I was like, okay, hit the phone. Even if it's you being on the phones for 2 hours, at least just try to get somebody on the phone.
Right.
Then especially with these newer communities, just like how you said, we don't really need permission to kind of just walk their floors. I want to start getting on that. I know, well, because I'm not worried about using my phone. I know I'll probably kind of send you over anything I make. And then as far as the content, like what would you say is, which platform do you normally use? Because I didn't really see all the video editing, but I do want to at least see that, because I know, like, as far as the material, I'm not the best, like, tech savvy, but at least if I know I can edit it in a way where it's looking at least professional, just so it's like it could go in rotation, just getting my name out there.
Yeah. I think all you need is CapCut. CapCut, just download the CapCut app, and then that should be all you need to edit. And then after that, it's just a matter of just recording and just speaking to the people. Now, what I would do is get on social media and follow other real estate agent accounts that are doing well on social media. And I want you to follow at least 20 different people. And then when you follow them, send me a screenshot of who all they are so I can look through them as well and see kind of what else they're putting out there. But once you follow them, you're going to start seeing the type of content that they post. And the thing with social media is that you want to copy what other successful people are doing. It doesn't make sense for you to, restart the wheel, or what's the term again? Reinvent the wheel. There's no point in doing that when people are out here, they have a certain content style and it's working. So you want to follow that same thing. When I was doing my educational content, I was following Earn Your Leisure. They're this black podcast about money, business, and finance. I was following this guy out of Maryland. His name is Chris Perry Real Estate. And then who else does that type of content? I think those are probably the 2 people that I've seen probably recently. I mean, there's other people in other industries that do kind of similar things as well too. But I just kind of copy that type of style where I have the green screen in the back and I'm talking about an article. And then I just do that, and then I post it on mine. I tailor it to Dallas, and so it sounds like I'm more of the Dallas professional. I'm the person that people want to go to and trust in the Dallas area. So that's part of that know, like, and trust is on social media. I'm so informative that people trust me. I'm so honest with people, it makes them trust me. So that's what I think you should do as well too. So start off with following those people during the week, kind of get a grasp on like what type of content they're posting, and then go from there. Even the drone, like I bought a drone for my real estate content because there's a guy in Atlanta, Chris Burwell, who does drone content, and he makes his house look real nice, and it gets people's attention. So it's just like, all right, well, let me copy that as well too. If that's what people are doing, I'm gonna do that too, and you just go from there.
Okay, That's even just you mentioning that. That's kind of where I was at. I do follow Earn My Leisure. I do follow a few of the people in our group just to kind of see some of their material. I do follow you, your mom. So I follow Dami. So I know I'm not at 20, but I know it's like I'm getting there. So I could actually have that for you because I know right now at the moment I've definitely been trying to find my niche. Just so it's like, okay, what content do I feel would definitely speak volume to a lot of people out here. I mean, I don't want to say I'm a cult ride, but I know like a lot of the stuff that you put out, I'm definitely like, yeah, I'm gonna try to replicate that. I don't want to copy word for word or anything.
No, definitely copy that. And then also I would say don't just follow people in a brokerage, because I think people in a brokerage, I think they're doing well, but they're mostly at the very beginner stage. I'm probably one of the me and Demi are probably the more senior people when it comes to social media. Me, Demi, and my mom are probably the more senior people when it comes to social media. So I won't just rely on them. I would follow other people. You'll see people in Atlanta Realtors. You'll see like, what's her name? Kiana Watson. Follow her. She has a brokerage and she has other people within her brokerage as well too. You can follow her. Follow Chris Perry Real Estate. Follow, who else is out there? The Nava Real Estate people.
I do follow them.
Yeah, so,
I try to follow a lot of Texas-based.
Yeah, so follow everybody around the United States, even around the world, and just kind of see what's working for those people. Go through their page and see, all right, which one has the most views? All right, why does they have the most views? And think about that and try and emulate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You definitely giving me a good breakdown because at least I know tomorrow I wanted to make sure it's like, okay, even if it's putting out a little bit of time, just make sure you put out some time to at least try to get something done in it. So everything you definitely told me is definitely something where I know is very feasible for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then, because I'm trying to think. So on Saturday, because I would want to meet with you just so it's like, okay, I can see kind of how you follow through with some of this stuff. Just so it's like, okay, I know if it's like just a community that I did want to go to, I can at least have it in my head. Okay, stick to like just speaking to them on some of this stuff until they get comfortable with you. So it is something where I would want to see at least a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Just so it's like, okay, I know I could talk to them about this. No, talk to them about this, for example. So I would find that extremely helpful. We could meet up for that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so on Saturday, before Saturday, I want you to download CapCut and then also get a stabilizer. So you can buy one on Amazon for like $100. Get that, and then we'll meet on Saturday at a builder. We'll probably go to like maybe 2-3 builders, and then I'll show you how I do my content. I'll show you how I talk to the builders and the questions I ask, and then we go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, and that should be good enough for you to at least get started. But on Saturday, yeah, we're gonna get some content. You're gonna get some content, and you're gonna post them the next week, the week after.
Nah, we'll do. Definitely looking forward to it.
Okay, but yeah, main thing is just start. Just start. Don't think too much. Just start. And then you say you're gonna be calling tomorrow?
Yes, because I actually, when was it? I actually had Brandon Mulrenan. He actually sent me his script. So, because I was actually trying to look for the script in that folder, and I couldn't find it for some reason.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll probably have to look and see. Maybe, I don't think I put it in the folder actually. I'll look in and see, and then I'll probably add it later. But yeah. The script is free, so you have the script now. So yeah, start making the calls tomorrow, and then I'll probably text you and follow up to see how it went.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know tomorrow I'm at least trying to. I know I told myself even within those 2 hours, I was trying to at least see if I could get maybe like 5 or 6.
You said
want
5.
to put out at least maybe like 20. Oh, what was that?
What'd you say? You said 5 what?
So I know I at least want to attempt to make about 10 calls, but out of those 10 calls, I want to see if I could get at least 5 of them to pick up, if not have a conversation with them.
Yeah, let's aim for 10 conversations.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, 10 conversations.
Yeah, I definitely push for that.
Yeah, 10 conversations, and then I want to hear how they went tomorrow.
Okay, and then also, what would you say would be like permissible for actually calling? So let's say it's like I call them one time, they don't answer. How many times would you say would be best to call them without kind of being like overstressing it?
I hear people call like 6 times, but they kind of spread.
Okay.
They kind of spread it out over a certain amount of time. I've heard some people do, like, depending on the list, like if it's an expired home that expired, then they would call them like that week, like maybe 4 times, and see if they're gonna pick up any of those times. So it just kind of depends. But I mean, for your first day out or first day calling, I'd say the main thing is just try and strive for 10 conversations just the first day. That's all you need to worry about.
Okay.
And then from there, we'll work on the next day. And just, the main thing is just showing up. That's going to be the hardest part. It's just showing up every single day. So as long as you do that, you'll be fine.
Okay, because even myself, I know that's kind of what I'm pushing for is like, yo, this isn't gonna be like one of those 9 to 5s where you're feeling like you're dragging yourself. You got to know that it's something that's gonna help you long term. So
Yep. And then everything you do is gonna be reinvested back into the business. So yeah, when I look at like the real estate stuff, I hardly look at anything as an L or a loss or anything like that. If a client decides to work with somebody else or something happens, the way I see it is that it just prepares me for the next client. That's the way I see everything. So yeah, somebody hangs up on you, if somebody does this or does that, it just prepares you for the next one. So now you know how to handle the next situation.
And definitely agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. But yeah, just get started, man. And then I look forward to hearing the update tomorrow. I'll probably put a reminder on my phone to text you. So I'm gonna look forward to hearing what you have to say tomorrow. All right.
All right. Oh no, I know I want to have.
What was that? You broke up.
Good news.
Okay, you gonna.
Oh, I was saying I know I want to have good news for myself, so at least being able to tell you like, yo, I got the 10 contacts, so.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. It's time to take over. We're already 7 days in, so we got to start moving.
That's a goal.
Yes, sir. But yeah, keep me updated. Let me know if you have any questions in the meantime.
All right, will do.
Yeah. All right, man. You have a good one.
You too.
All right, then.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Yeah, so definitely, as you can tell, definitely a newer agent. I can tell he's probably a little bit nervous about the whole situation about becoming an agent. You can kind of tell on the phone. But I think the main thing is just starting. Just put yourself out there, and that's what anything. All the advice that I gave him is every advice every entrepreneur needs to be hearing as well too, because so many things are going to be happening along this whole entrepreneurship journey. You're not going to know everything on day 1. You're not going to know everything on day 90, day 365. You're not going to know everything. So everything is going to be a learning process. So that's why I advised him. But yeah, that was a good little conversation. I'll keep y'all updated on how things go with him as well too. So yeah, not only am I an agent, but I'm also the son of the broker. So eventually I'm going to be, I guess, taking over certain parts of the business. So part of what I do now is helping other young real estate agents start getting some motion, start getting things moving, so that they can start they can start producing. So he's actually located in Dallas, and one of my goals is really just to start taking over Dallas and having more agents in Dallas. So that's the plan for this year. Yeah, maybe I need to make a goal for how many agents we want to have in Dallas too. So hey, if you're watching this, you want to become an agent, look, we're not part of a big brokerage. We're a small family brokerage, but you're going to learn a lot because we're so small. And not only that, you're going to have access to the broker. My dad picks up the phone every time. I'm even telling him that he picks up the phone too much sometimes. But that's just the type of person he is. That's the type of person I am as well too. And we want to help people. I'm the type of person that likes to give a lot of information because I feel like there's a lot of money out here to be made. So somebody who's interested in joining the Dallas community or being a realtor in the Dallas community, add an extra source of income. I was somebody who was doing my full-time job along with real estate before I did real estate full-time. So if that's something that you want to do, I can show you how I did it, how I was able to transition out of my full-time job into my real estate job. And yeah, that should be good. But also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. What else is there? What else do I need to update y'all? Oh yeah, I forgot to update y'all too. The walkthrough went well. So the cousin, I don't know if it's a cousin. Her friend came along. We were talking about the house, joking around the house. So that was a great conversation that we had. But today it's pretty much over. I'm about to go home. It is almost 3 o'clock. So I'm probably gonna make some food at home. I have some salmon. So I'm gonna make some food at home. I'm probably gonna hit the Peloton. And then I'm probably gonna watch the rest of the football games today. And did y'all watch the Texas game yesterday? Man, oh man, we almost did not make it. What I don't understand with the Colts is if you have Jonathan Taylor that's been carving up our defense the whole game, and you're on 4th and 1 in the red zone, and you bring somebody in who hasn't been in all game and throw a mediocre pass to him. How does that make any sense? The Colts really had that game. We really should have lost that game. But thank God we did it. Thank God we're making it to the playoffs. Our first time making it to the playoffs since, 2019, I think. And we actually have a shot. I really like C.J. Stroud. I love D'Amico Ryans and his position as our head coach. I think everything is looking good for the Texans. It's just, we need to be a little bit more aggressive. I think our play calling was very conservative. There's a lot of times where we ran way too much. And I think we need to show a little bit of our passing ability. Reminder, this is all without Tank Dell. This is all without, what's the other one named too? Noah Brown. So, like, the Texans, we have the capability to be very lethal. Very lethal. We have a very young team. Next year, it won't be this type of situation. Most definitely. It won't be this type of situation. We're going to clinch playoffs early next year. Mark my words. Nobody else is touching us. Nobody in the AFC South is touching us. But yeah, today was good. Today was a good day. Met up with Matisse and her friend. We probably chatted for about an hour. Great conversation, good laughs. Yeah, she told me about a horror story about her previous builder or previous home or home that she's currently in right now. Terrible situation. Terrible. So terrible. But hopefully later in the future, she decides to trust me with her home sale or purchase. We'll see how that goes. But Matisse is very excited, and I love to see it. She's very excited. She's been to the house like 4 times since she went under contract. She brought out the tape measure yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness, like she is so excited. And it's like, that's how you should feel. Like, and she was even telling me at a certain point, she was even about to give up. I didn't even know this. She was about to give up on the whole like purchase. And I'm just like, damn, like every day matters, like as a real estate agent, because you never know what your clients are thinking, what they're going through, what they're feeling. And I was able to just find a home for her that fit what she was looking for. And we ended up going under contract on it, and she loves the house. She loves the community she's about to be in. And that's what I strive for on every single transaction, is that I want this house to be the house for you. That's part of why I don't pressure people, because I don't want people to come back and just be like, oh, I hate my realtor, I hate my house, da 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 da. I kind of back up to the point to where it's like, I want you to pick where you're moving into. I don't want to be the person that decides on where you're moving to. That doesn't make sense, at least in my opinion. So, but yeah, so right now we're about to get some medicine ball, because as you can see, my nose is clogged up. Hold on. Are they closed?
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get for you?
Yes, can I do a medicine ball grande?
Sure. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right, I'll see you at the window.
All right, thank you. Oh, I forgot to tell them to. Question: is it too late? Can I replace the water with lemonade?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I got my. So, got my medicine ball. Anytime you're sick, get a medicine ball from Starbucks and tell them to replace the water with lemonade. Trust me, you'll never go back. Trust me. Also, why do people put tips on drive-thrus? What did you do? You took the order. I paid you for the drink. It's not like there's a service at the drive-thru. I don't understand that. I feel like it's almost like a case of like, what's that one phrase? Don't ask. If you don't ask, I don't know. Something like shoot or shoot. Not even shoot or shoot though. That's not what I mean. What's the phrase I'm thinking about? Damn. It's like, if you don't ask, man, oh well. Never mind. I don't know. It's not coming to mind. It's a certain phrase I'm thinking about where it's like, if you don't ask, you're not going to get it. Closed mouth don't get fed. There we go. So I feel like it's a case of closed mouth don't get fed. So it's like, we could ask for it and people will just give us free money. That's how I think about it. I don't think people that work at like Starbucks or work at like some of these like fast food places actually think that people are going to tip them. At least I hope not. Like, if I'm sitting down to eat, I'm going to a restaurant, yeah, I think it makes sense, because that's a service. They're there, they're making sure everything with your food is good, everything with your drinks are good, making sure your water is filled, making sure you're comfortable, etc. But if I'm driving through and all you did was take my order, I'm not tipping you for that. It doesn't make sense. If y'all agree, let me know in y'all comments. No, if y'all disagree, let me know in the comments, because I need to know. But yeah, so that's it for today. I'm like 2 minutes from my house, so I'm probably going to end it right here. And then I'm probably going to work on some content for today. And then I'm probably going to clean out my house and then get ready for the week. But yeah, it was a good day. Thank you guys for watching. If you make it this far, you're a real one. We rock with you the long way. Oh, I rock with you the wrong way, not we. There's no we here. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see next. If y'all have any ideas or anything y'all want to see more from me, if you want more agent stuff, if you want more Dallas stuff, if you want more Dallas eats, Dallas houses, Dallas things to do, let me know, and then I got you. But yeah, peace.